all fragile areas that are prone to landslides and flooding. We are asking every Kenyan in such areas to leave.
There has been a big flood, big rain in Kenya. Not so good news. I just want to say that we are with you, Kenyan brothers. We feel for you. Yeah, very, very sad situation. The rain and the bad situation has overwhelmed the whole population. More than 235,000 people have been displaced in Kenya and been living in camps, dozens of them. Very, very sad. Okay, and some people believe this is not natural. Yeah, some people believe the rain was not a natural rain, engineered rain. I think it's crazy. Is it possible? It's possible. It's done in Dubai. It was done in Dubai. The one in Kenya, do we have proofs? No, we don't have proofs. So we feel sad, and I think that's where we're going to be at it. President Ruto has announced the reopening of schools countrywide after 2 weeks delay due to heavy rain that have destroyed hundreds of schools. Just imagine, man, hundreds of schools destroyed by rain.
Parliament, and we have provided resources through the NGCDF for repair of classrooms and other facilities, learning facilities across Kenya, and therefore all schools will be opened on Monday next week, and therefore parents must prepare their children to go to school.
I mean, Africa's still struggling with a lot of issues in terms of infrastructure, in terms of development. Having another rain, I mean, destroy the things that we've worked so hard for. It's so painful. We are together, my Kenyan people. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping by. My name is Zack. I don't know who you are, but we're going to love each other. No doubt about it. We're still in Kenya. Kenya public hospitals, doctors have agreed to resume work. Congratulations. Good news. Okay, we started with negative news. Let's go with good news. The public hospital doctors have agreed to get back to work.
We had a very long meeting today with our National Advisory Council, that is the highest decision-making organ. And they endorsed that we signed this particular return to work formula today, so that it can pave way for the doctors to resume work within 24 hours from now.
So it has been nearly 2 months that the doctors have been striking in Kenya, asking for better conditions. A lot of them asking for real salaries, meaning they haven't been paid for quite some time. Yes, that happens in some countries in Africa. It's not new. People work for you, but you struggle to pay them. I found that absolutely absurd. Nobody want to work for free, fellas. Okay, so many of them were not paid. These are public hospitals. Public hospital doctors are paid by the government. Okay, that's why many people prefer going to work for private hospitals. With private hospitals, you get better care for most cases because it's a business. Okay, so the investors put the money down, you, the doctors, and everybody else do your job, and the machine is working properly. But with government, it becomes very complicated with corruptions and many other things. So the public doctors were striking for quite some time. They wanted money, some of the money that was not paid. They also wanted to improve the salaries. You know, when you go to school for so many years, it's just normal that you want to be paid appropriately. Being a doctor is just not for everybody, okay? Yeah, you need special people to be doctors. And a country without doctors is a dead country. So they wanted the real pays, okay, the money that they owed to them. Number 2, they wanted improved salary. Number 3, they wanted their families to be covered with insurances. As a doctor, you do want your family to be covered in case something negative happened to one of your children or your wife. You want the governments to be able to look after your family in terms of health, right? Makes sense. Is it crazy? I don't think it's crazy. Number 4, they wanted the government to hire more people, to hire the youngsters coming from university. So that could alleviate some of the tasks that they have. They have a lot of work a limited number of doctors, and it's not nice, provided there are many students coming out of university that wish they'll have an opportunity to work. They wanted the real salary paid, they wanted improved salaries, they wanted insurance for their families, and they wanted government to hire more people so they can have some breaks. And they've been fighting over this for a long time. And the last strike lasted nearly 2 months. And you can imagine, with Kenya going through such a difficult situation with the flood and the rain, they need them doctors. Because of the diseases, the cholera, when there's dirty water, there's always something negative happening. The government response was very clear. Kenya Health Minister Susan Nakumisha said the doctors have proved to be better negotiators than the government side, adding that they had put up quite a fight.
After long and painstaking negotiations that ran into the wee hours of the night for many days, I am pleased that we are finally here. We have signed a return to work formula, and the union has called off the strike. The negotiations have been tough and protracted, and I want to give it to the doctors. I thought that I knew how to negotiate and bargain, but obviously they have been very good at this, better than myself.
Yes, you must fight for your rights. Never let them push you over. So the end of this strike comes as a relief to millions of Kenyans seeking health services from public hospitals that has been crippled by the strike. So most of the people that went to public hospitals obviously are the people that suffered from this. And this is not a brand new problem. It has happened in Kenya before. In 2017, doctors in Kenya and public hospitals held a 100-day strike. The longest ever held at the time. That's a lot of days striking. 100 days?
Tumefanya negotiation ya CBA kwa miaka karibu tangia mwaka 2017 mpaka leo hii haijaweza kutamatishwa.
To demand better wages and the government to restore the country's dilapidated public health facilities. I think it's very good. I'm very happy about that. Yes, if there is anybody that you need to look after, there are doctors, nurses, military. Those are people you have to take care of. If you don't take care of them, then I don't know how responsible you are. Look, government people have money. They're not poor. Look at the condition in which they live. And I'm talking about most African countries. Kenya is not exempted. They have big cars, big opportunities. Yes, let's look after our doctors. You can't have Kenyans and Ethiopians flying to the Middle East looking for jobs as domestic workers because they're getting paid better salary as domestic workers in the Middle East than they're getting paid as doctors in Kenya. That's crazy. That's insane, fellas. Okay? So congratulations to the doctors and the government for coming to the table. Apparently, this is because the labor court in Kenya on Tuesday, May 7th, gave doctors and government 48 hours to sign a return to work agreement.
It is easy to put a signature on the paper. It is easy for KMPDU to just pick the mic and say we have called off the strike. But the real work begins now.